Ever wondered which superheroes didn't exactly earn their powers? Today on Top 10 Nerd, we're diving into the world of heroes who didn't get their abilities the traditional way. Instead, they stole them. From blood transfusions to cosmic devices, these characters have borrowed and even snatched their powers from some of the greatest heroes in the comic book world. Number 10. Stargirl. Courtney Whitmore, debuting in Stars and Stripe issue 0 in 1999, is one of DC's standout legacy heroes. After discovering that her stepfather, Pat Dugan, had once been the adult sidekick Stripesy, Courtney was thrust into her own superhero journey. Initially, she used the Cosmic Converter belt, which enhanced her strength and allowed her to follow in the footsteps of the Star-Spangled Kid, but her path took a pivotal turn when Jack Knight, former Starman, retired, and then passed on his powerful cosmic staff over to Courtney. How fun is that? Imagine that. Having already bonded with the staff in battle, she became Stargirl, wielding both the staff and her belt to fight alongside the Justice Society of America. I wish I was given a powerful staff, but all I got growing up was hand-me-down jeans from my older cousins. And yes, a couple of them were bedazzled. Number 9. Elijah Bradley. If you've seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, this next one here should ring a bell. Elijah Bradley is the grandson of Isaiah Bradley, who was an early Captain America and of course survivor of the World War II Super Soldier experiments. Now, Elijah made his first appearance in Young Avengers issue 1 in 2005, taking on the mantle of Patriot. Eli became a founding member of the Young Avengers, inspired of course by his grandfather's legacy. So with Marvel Studios currently scripting a Young Avengers movie, I figured we'd catch up on some history before we go in. Initially, Eli claimed that he inherited his enhanced abilities from Isaiah, but secretly relied on mutant growth hormones to boost his strength, speed, and durability. When his teammates finally discovered this truth, Eli vowed to stop using this enhancement. So now his powers did end up becoming permanent after a near-fatal battle, during which Isaiah saved his life with a blood transfusion, passing on the Super Soldier Serum. Officially. As Patriot, Eli was a dedicated leader and fighter, but the weight of the mantle eventually led him to step away from superhero life. Number 8. Shazam. Shazam, one of DC's most iconic heroes. He made his first appearance in Wiz Comics issue 2 back in 1940, created by writer Bill Parker and artist C.C. Beck. Now, originally known as Captain Marvel, Billy Batson was this kind-hearted but orphaned teenager chosen by a mystical being called the Wizard to become his champion. By simply shouting the word Shazam, Billy summons a lightning bolt that transforms him into an adult superhero, embodying the power of 6 legendary heroes: the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, and the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. Not too shabby. Billy's powers extend beyond himself. He can share his powers with others. He gives, okay? He's a giver. A gift he first used to empower his adoptive siblings before anybody else, creating the Shazam family. Now, each member of the family gains a unique magical ability tied to the same ancient gods. So as long as the Wizard continues to endorse Billy as his champion, he remains one of the most extraordinary forces in the DC universe. Number 7. Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers made her first comic debut in Marvel Superheroes issue 13 back in 1968. Now, she didn't start as the cosmic powerhouse that we know and love today on the big screen. Originally, she was an Air Force officer and security chief, and she first crossed paths with the Kree warrior Mar-Vell, disguised as Dr. Walter Lawson. Now, during a battle with Mar-Vell and his nemesis, Yon-Rogg, the Psych Magnetron, a powerful Kree device, was destroyed. Not a great day, right? Marvel shielded Carol from the eruption, but the energy infused her with his DNA, finally unlocking her latent Kree heritage and granting her incredible powers. This transformation led her to becoming Miss Marvel, making her first step into the superhero world. Over the years, Carol took on multiple heroic identities, including Binary and Warbird, before fully embracing the mantle of Captain Marvel. Number 6. Manhunter. Kate Spencer, a no-nonsense Gotham prosecutor, made her first appearance in Manhunter issue 1 back in 2004. Tired of seeing dangerous criminals escape justice, she decided to take matters into her own hands, becoming the vigilante known as Manhunter. Now, what made her stand out? Well, Kate wasn't a trained hero or someone blessed with superpowers. Instead, she utilized confiscated gear to build her arsenal. Central to her crime-fighting kit was a stripped-down exomantle from the Dark Stars, which gave her super strength and durability, and she also wielded Azrael's clawed gloves from his time as Batman and repurposed the power baton from a previous Manhunter, all to make this badass superhero. Unlike many costume heroes, Kate's approach was raw, gritty, and of course, quite personal, often clashing with the superhero community's ideals. Her character brought a fresh grounded perspective to the DC universe, showing that determination, resourcefulness, and a fierce sense of justice can stand toe-to-toe with Superman abilities. Number 5. Wonderman. The teaser from Marvel Studios' Wonderman didn't show us too much, but what can we expect from that MCU show? Simon Williams made his first appearance in Avengers issue 9 back in 1964 as Wonderman, originally as a villain character who attacked the Avengers under the order of Baron Zemo. Zemo used a device that emitted ionic rays to enhance Williams' strength, making him a formidable member of the Masters of Evil. As Wonderman, Simon became one of Marvel's most powerful heroes, with immense strength and invulnerability. However, he quickly turned against Zemo's control and then eventually switched sides, joining the Avengers. We love that. We love when they switch. After seemingly losing his life in battle, Williams discovered that he could reform his ionic body into pure energy form, allowing him to return, but this time with even greater power. Zemo later used the same ionic process to empower other characters, including Eric Jostin, who will go on to become the Thunderbolts' Atlas. Will we see a similar turn of events in the Marvel miniseries next year, or maybe in Thunderbolts? Let's hope. Number 4. The Atom. Ray Palmer, first appearing in Showcase issue 34 in 1961, is one of DC's brightest scientific minds. Using his knowledge, he developed the technology to shrink down to subatomic levels by harnessing the energy of a white dwarf star, becoming the Atom. As a key member of the Justice League of America, Palmer's scientific expertise was quite invaluable. His work eventually introduced him to Dr. Ryan Choi, his young protege, who mastered Palmer's size-changing technology. Choi later took on the mantle of the Atom, adding his own innovations while continuing to use Palmer's tech. This would be such a fun superpower to have. It's quite underrated, being tiny, the Atom, Ant-Man. I would love to be tiny and just hide from all responsibilities. Number 3. Rogue. Rogue first appeared in Avengers issue 230 back in 1982, and she began as a member of Mystique's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Now, during a mission against the Avengers, she encountered Ms. Marvel, of course resulting in a battle that would change both of their lives. Rogue's mutant power allowed her to absorb the memories and even the abilities of anyone that she touched, and in this case, she permanently absorbed Ms. Marvel's strength, flight, and endurance while putting Carol Danvers into a coma. Not a great deal on Danvers' side, but we'll get there. This event marked a turning point for both characters and made Rogue one of the X-Men's most powerful members. Number 2. Power Girl. Karen Starr, first appearing in All-Star Comics issue 58 back in 1976. She's the original Power Girl, one of DC's strongest heroes. She was Superman's cousin from Earth 2, though her origins have of course evolved over time. In the New 52 era, Power Girl received a new Earth 2 origin before passing on her powers and the Power Girl mantle to that of Tanya Spears on Prime Earth. Tanya, a brilliant student whose mother worked for Karen, gained some of Power Girl's Kryptonian abilities through a device created by Karen. Tanya was also entrusted with the title of Power Girl and over time developed size-changing powers alongside her now enhanced strength. And finally, number 1. She-Hulk. Jennifer Walters first appeared in Savage She-Hulk issue 1 back in 1980. She was a lawyer who made enemies with the mob. And once you're in the mob, there's no getting out, kid. After she was injured by a mobster, her cousin, Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, gave her a blood transfusion in order to save her life. Despite fearing the effects of his gamma-irradiated blood, he still did it. Because it's family. The transfusion worked and transformed Jennifer into She-Hulk, but unlike her cousin Bruce, she retained control and her personality while in her monstrous green form. She could switch between her human and She-Hulk form at will. As She-Hulk, she balanced her life as a superpowered lawyer while also joining teams like the Avengers, using the gamma strength inherited from Bruce. Thanks, cuz. I'm your host Taylor McWaters, and I'll see you next time on Top 10 Nerd. Peace.